I am pleased today to be fulfilling what is perhaps one of the greatest and most unique opportunities offered to an elected official, which is to help honor a member of our armed services, a constituent of my very own in this case, who made the most honorable sacrifice to his country and paid the ultimate price for it with his life. Staff Sergeant Paul Smith died in the service of the United States in Kandahar, Afghanistan, in the summer of 2009. What's very notable here, Mr. Speaker, is that he actually retired from the U.S. Army in 2006 after serving his full term and completing tours in Kuwait, Bosnia, Iraq, and Afghanistan. He could have returned fully to civilian life that year, but instead, he made the very selfless decision to remain engaged in combat service by joining the Illinois National Guard with the 33rd Infantry Brigade Combat Team. Smith then redeployed to Afghanistan in 2009 at the age of 43, providing protection for embedded training teams and the Afghan Army. It was during a volunteer mission, manning the gunner position atop a Humvee, that he met his tragic fate upon becoming the victim of an IED explosion, which also killed one other soldier and seriously injured two more. Sergeant Smith left behind a humble home on J Street in East Peoria. He left also behind his wife, Kim, and their two adult children, Sarah and Ben. Sarah, Kim, and Ben join us today behind us in the back in the gallery. To recognize and commemorate the service that Staff Sergeant Paul Smith gave to his community, to his state, and to his country. This resolution, House Joint Resolution 120, will designate for him a section of Illinois Route 8 in East Peoria to be named the Staff Sergeant Paul Smith Memorial Highway. Admittedly, such a gesture in no way compares to the heroic sacrifice that Paul offered to each and every one of us through his dedicated service, though it is nonetheless a true honor for me to be presenting this resolution for adoption into the General Assembly this morning. I most certainly and surely speak for all of us in expressing to Sergeant Smith's family how grateful we are for what he so bravely chose to do with his life, for all that he risked, and for what he ultimately gave up for us. I hope that this dedication will serve as a permanent reminder to the East Peoria community that true heroes have indeed walked among us. Kim, Sarah, Ben, I have truly appreciated the time that we have been able to speak and the time that we have been able to spend together. And I would like to say thank you once again for sharing your husband and your father. He is a hero. Mr. Speaker, at this time, I'd like to ask for a moment of silence.